The grand finale was in the House of Labor downtown at the IBEW auditorium for an event hosted by the Georgia Association of Democratic County Chairs, the first in a series of low-cost events, the door price of which just goes to support the event and the GADCC in general to get Democrats elected in this red state.
There's 2 more days left in alligator season if you want to stick around.
Yes, that's me. You're back. Very much back, and I'm glad to see you back. I'm glad to see you back in Georgia. I'm very happy.
I haven't been out of the house in a long time, and you brought me out. Everyone like you is like, where you been?
Thank Jane for her great introduction, her great leadership. You know, Jane said, we've got the best candidates ever. I agree. I think all of the candidates that we have running for president can serve in the White House. That's my vice president. The first thing to say, hey, Governor, you look so much better in person than you do on TV. Thanks very much. And on TV adds a few pounds, among other things. But I think it's a compliment when you say it. And you say, are you tired? I mean, you must be exhausted. You know what? Yeah, I am. But I love doing this. I love running around the country and meeting people and getting inspired. Here at CNN, I did media in Spanish. I did media at CNN International. I did media in Swahili. No, I didn't. But I saw the internationalism of this city. I saw the vibrancy of this city. I saw that diversity is so strong here. And I'm so pleased to see the cradle of the civil rights movement. All of us want to see us win. And there are some differences. And I'm not going to go through every one. I'm going to go through what I believe is what's at stake in this country. And that's the American dream. We've lost the American dream in that wages have not kept up with inflation. We've lost the American dream in that every American doesn't have health care. And there are 47 million uninsured, 17 million underinsured, 6 million with pre-existing conditions, and 4,000 every day that die because of a lack of health. We have leadership in the Supreme Court and in this political White House that believes civil rights is an annoyance, that believes that you have to discriminate on the basis of race, gender, and sexual orientation, something that I will never do. We have an administration, and Jane mentioned it, that immediately after Europe and Asia and the whole world signed the Kyoto Treaty, this president said, the science isn't there. And I'm going to listen to Exxon and Halliburton, and they tell me the science is not there. If we talk about this war, which is the centerpiece of what is ailing this country, this war is dividing us. This war is wrong. This war all around the world, America is not seen as a leader again. And what this war is doing is it's tearing us away from what really ails this country internationally. Threats of international terrorism. They are there. Nuclear proliferation, a loose nuclear weapon this size in the hands of a terrorist that maybe would cross our border. I want to also, to all the men and women of labor unions, thank you. I know this is tough here. I know this is a right-to-work state, but I want you to know, when I'm president, we're going to get rid of right to work. We're going to get the Employee Free Choice Act passed. My Secretary of Labor will be a union member. Just in this room. Look at these guys, look at us.
I thought it was an excellent event, especially for what it was. He was the first candidate that took up the Georgia Association of Democratic County Chairs to come to something for free. Obviously, you can get them anywhere if you're raising money for them, but for them to come to something that to them they get nothing out of. You know, Mike Berlon, when he took over as president of the GADCC, one of his first commitments was to start having these grassroots type events where it's little to no fee charged to come in here. Governor Mark Warner has already said he will come down in the first quarter of next year. Very appreciative of the governor for coming down and doing this.
Thanks for dropping by Atlanta. I'm Shelby Highsmith of Shelbynator.com. See you next time on the campaign trail.